and you're gonna get your epic introduction.
Yeah.
Well, right now we're safe because there's still ads going, unless people are subscribed. I don't know.
Unless people
Right.
have Twitch Prime. Oh no.
Oh god, the Twitch Prime viewers get the premium experience.
no.
Yeah, you can hear the ads on the stream. Like I just opened the stream, you can hear me watching the ad.
That's great.
All right.
Oh.
Well, okay, we are live. I'm here with Sam Waitin.
Hey guys.
And I mean, actually, I'm not gonna introduce anybody. You guys can do that yourself. I don't work for you. Like, what the heck?
Hey guys, I'm Shoki. Welcome to the stream. I am ready for the stream. I'm so ready.
Oh yeah, excited little Austrian boy. No, fucking. Not Austrian boy. It's Nederlanden. Not Austrian.
I can't believe you called me Austrian.
So who wants to go next?
Here you go. I just pushed I just pinged the Discord so that they can join in. Wow, this is also last minute, dude. And I'm gonna introduce myself, bro. So I'm Nuphory. I make music. I do art. I've been doing this for like, I don't know, 10 something years. I've been on All Nighter twice. One time actually both times in 2020. And then last time I sadly couldn't participate because I was ill. This time I'm making a little bit of trance. We're just having a bit of fun. I'm here with my homies from the Hypertrance Discord. Yeah, and we're all here. We're just making music. We're just having fun. And the goal for this stream is going to be, first of all, for us to show off some ideas and like methods that we use to like get our creative work done on time and to focus on, you know, the subject matter, so focus on the songs and all that. And also just to like hang out and have fun and just talk about stuff and maybe produce a little bit. Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. Yeah, whoever else wants to go next, go ahead.
Hey, I'm Sam Waiting. I also make music. I do all kinds of things. I'm also here for the first time for All Nighter. I've never tried it, but I've always wanted to try it, and I have no clue if it's going to work out, but that's why we're here. We're also here kind of to motivate ourselves, I think, because, I don't know, if you're doing this on your own, it's kind of really hard to keep going. So I think this will also work in our favor. Who's next?
I guess I'm next. Hey, I'm Dither Crisp. I try to make music. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it goes pretty bad. But I've only been in the business, so to speak, for about a year or two. So I'm still pretty new to this. So I'll be providing the layman's perspective on things.
No, you're not that much of a layman, bro. You've made like a bunch of songs.
Yeah.
You gotta give yourself some credit.
No.
He makes cool stuff.
Were you not also on Hypertrans? Or am I completely missing that?
I almost was on Hypertrans too, but then some stuff came up and I had to cancel.
Really?
Well, yeah. I mean, don't you remember? I sent you like a couple demo songs.
Yeah, dude. I remember now, yeah.
Yeah, I was almost on Hypertrans, and I probably would have like gone through with it if I had done some or had more time rather, but sadly school stuff, you know, had to get that dumb undergrad education.
Imagine
So,
getting that. That's real stinky.
Imagine
getting a job. Imagine getting work.
Yeah,
Imagine being educated.
Imagine doing something with your life. Oh no.
Oh, word.
Couldn't be me.
Could never be me.
Oh yeah, maybe Hypertrans 3 if there is time.
Let's hope.
Hey, it's that
Hello.
Gasker.
Hi, Hello. Gasker.
Oh,
Gasker, your
Yo,
introduction is
Gasker's
next.
here.
Go.
Can immediately introduce yourself to everyone.
Immediately, go.
Hi.
You're on the spot now. Go.
Is that all?
You're
Yes.
just gonna say hi?
Just hi.
Hi.
Yeah, fits.
I'll introduce
Ah,
him.
I'm getting pop-ups.
He's the hardcore man. He's the one who makes the boom, boom, boom.
Dude,
Hovermon.
I love how the picture of this server is just Gasker.
Yeah, doesn't mean no filter.
I thought it was Germa.
Yeah,
No,
I
that's-
thought so too, but it's actually Gasker.
Gasker is the overlord.
It's
Hey,
so
yeah,
much
it's
like
Gasker.
Germa.
No, we look
filter.
so alike.
I saw Gasker earlier today. That's him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's me without glasses.
Yeah, it is. That's what he really looks like.
Wow.
I mean,
don't
is
believe you.
it?
I'm the real Giga Chad.
Yeah, he really is.
I guess that brings me to my first, the first point of this stream. So like, that's basically what everyone's going through right now. Working under time pressure when you have a lot of things to manage at the same time. Right? Because like if you've got school, you got all this other stuff, and you want to make a lot of music.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, in that case, I mean, in that sense, I almost see this as like a challenge for myself as well. Because in reality, you should probably be able to make a track in a day, right? Like, I feel like most good ideas come the first session or something that you make something, and like the rest is just like all the details. So I don't know. Should
Yeah,
work.
For me, I'm not participating, but I imagine for me at least, it would be like, wouldn't just like ear fatigue set in? Like, how do you avoid
Yeah, of
that
course.
when you're doing an all-nighter?
Well, first of all, don't turn up your volume like very loud. If you know you're gonna work on something for like hours at a time, just like turn down your headphones. You should do that in general because you know you want to keep those ears. But
So that's
Yeah.
that's why my ears are ringing. Okay.
yeah, do that and also give
everyone-
yourself breaks. If you get ear fatigue, that means you did it for too long. So you just like, I mean, I'm pretty sure the point of all nighter isn't to like destroy your ears and your sleeping schedule. So
I think it
Is
is
it?
actually.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
That's the
I
whole
mean,
point of it. That's all you
it's in
do
the
here.
name, isn't
Exactly.
it?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
no!
Sleep
all
schedule?
nighter.
What sleep schedule?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
what,
sleep.
What even is sleep, bro?
I mean, that is
You're
why
supposed-
I haven't participated in like the past all-nighters because my sleep schedule is so on point that I just always forgot. I just slept through it and I didn't have time.
me
Same.
going to bed at 11 p.m. every day.
Yep.
Sleepy
same.
motherfuckers.
Well, then you have 45 minutes.
My sleep
Yeah, yeah.
schedule is whack. It is like, it is non-existent. Sometimes I go to sleep at 11 p.m. Sometimes it's like 1 to even 4 p.m. when I'm on like doing some dumb stuff with Julie in like VR chat or something.
It's just to wait for that uni education. Haha.
It's
Ooh,
important
that's
to it's important to also find out or figure out what hours in a day you work best because I cannot work at like 1 a.m. I just can't. My ears don't work at that point and I want to sleep.
True.
Yeah. Usually when I work on stuff at 1 a.m., I just start like shifting into a trance just from my own
Oh, you
music.
just start making like virtual self and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it just slowly starts transitioning from I could be making like goofy like drum and bass music and then it's just virtual self all of a sudden.
That was the worst joke.
We
No,
apologize.
come on,
You're
give
good at
yourself
that.
more credit than
We
that.
apologize for this joke in advance.
Yeah, dude, I think the biggest thing with like all-nighter for me was I always had like just a lot of drive, you know, just whenever I was trying to make a song for all-nighter, I was like, okay, well, it has to happen, you know. It's either I make this song or, you know, I'm gonna die or something. The game. So, straight up, just going 100%. I remember the first all-nighter I did, I went for like 14 hours straight, and then I slept like 4 hours, and then I just went back on. And then on the second one, I was a little more seasoned. I kind of knew what I was doing, so it took me like 9 hours to make the song, and then the next day I just cleaned up for like 1 or 2 hours. And
Dang.
so I think it's not
I
even
can't
a
even
matter
imagine
of...
that.
Oh yeah, no, it's absolutely insane. I think in 2020 I was just kind of crazy. Like I was just extremely hungry for, you know, like not success, but like I just really wanted to, you know, get that thing done. I really wanted to just, get it done.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like, it felt like in the moment, nothing is more important than actually just finishing this thing.
Yeah.
It's the Julie Joker arc.
I mean, sometimes you have to give yourself, if you have like a deadline like that, you don't stop and think about certain aspects of your song too long, which is nice. Which is honestly something you should probably have every moment when you're making songs, right? Like, else you'll be stuck with it for months.
True. I feel like every song kind of has an expiry date, like as an idea inside your head, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The usual thing that I do with I have like so many song ideas that I've like whistled onto my phone or like hummed onto my phone that I can't even count. People look at me like I'm a crazy person when I just like in the middle of the street I'm just like, oh, that's a sick tune, but I'm in a public place, but I still need to record it, and then I just like take out my phone and I'm just sitting there in the corner like.
You just have to mourn. That's what you have to do.
Yeah. But I like the shelf life of an idea gets extended way further if you actually have some concrete place to record it.
What do you mean?
But just that.
Musically?
It's like if you have a melody in your head, you'll remember it. The period of time where you'll remember what kind of idea you had becomes significantly longer if you have some like concrete example of what it was. So
For
just
sure.
like a quick piano melody loop on just like FL, or even just like whistling the melody into your phone, which is what I do a lot. Like even from that, it can like activate your brain and be like, oh right, that's that thing.
Yeah. I have a lot of, I use Telegram, and I just have like a channel where I hit the mic and I'm just whistling whatever I came up with. The worst thing is when you're about to go to sleep and you made a bunch of music before, and then you're about to fall asleep and just hear the perfect idea, and you gotta get back up and write it down. Like, no way around.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny because I'm just not able to do that. Like, I don't think I've ever been able to like finish a track from an idea that I've like sang in a phone or something. Basically everything I make is made on the spot by just goofing around, and then at some point I just kind of go like, this is no longer funny. This is just kind of cool now or something.
Dude, I think it's like 50-50. Some ideas are like ideas you've had for a while and like they just kind of bounce around your head. For example, I have like a certain song idea that, I mean, I can still exactly hear it in my head as it is. Like I hear this idea every day basically. So one day it's just gonna happen. It's just those ideas tend to be things that don't really fit into like my plan of what I want to do. I'm sure you know what I mean. You have like an overarching kind of plan for where you're trying to go with music, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah, I get that. Also, sometimes it's kind of weird because sometimes I just get melody ideas for songs or like genres that I don't even listen to that much. Like one of the melodies that I've had for the longest time is a melody for like a power metal song, and it's like I can very clearly hear like the Sabaton-esque vocals and like guitar riffs and all that, but it's like how am I gonna make that happen? That's like, because I don't make that kind of stuff. I have no idea how you could even start making that stuff. So I just kind of try to get that idea and then kind of transform it into the kind of track that I can actually work in.
I think at that point you could just start it and have a loop going and not worry about finishing it. Just have it as sort of an experimentation project.
Right.
See where this goes. Like, try to figure out the things you like and dislike, and then that creates your aesthetic for the song.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Just like try to get the mood down, The rest is replaceable. You can get better plugins at some point for the guitar stuff as well.
Yeah. I actually don't know a lot of good plugins for guitar. The only times I've actually used a guitar plugin is when I used the FL Studio like default guitar plugin.
Oh no, you use Slayer and Hard?
Yeah. Yes, I did. I
feel
used
sorry
FL
for you.
Slayer. It was it was so funny because it was in the FL library, but I had to manually add it. Like, it didn't show up by default. I had to manually add it because it was so old.
Yes.
But yes, I have unironically used FL Slayer.
You can make it work. It's very hard though.
Yeah.
I think there's a plugin by 7 Strings, but I'm not sure what it's called. And I used this amp called Guitar Rig for a while,
Right.
so that's what helped me with guitars.
I think the main thing that I've been looking at is like I don't remember what it was, but it was like Hydra something. Like Hydra Shredder or something. I think it was from Contact.
Right.
It looked really, really sick.
You know, I think in this case, if you're referencing power metal, actually get a few big hitters, you know, like the Dragon Force stuff, or something along those lines. Just see what they do. Like, obviously, you won't be Herman Lee from day one, but
yeah.
At least, I mean, if you grow your hair, it's possible. Get a smoke machine, like some wind going, and
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
No, that's part of the
sounds
mix
badass.
sound. You need that for the mix. Like, if you don't have that, you can't make the mix sound right. Like when you play the guitar and you have the wind machine on, right? It changes how the strings like vibrate.
Yeah. Oh my god. I want to just get like, I want to try and grow a mullet, like a really big mullet.
You're gonna be just like
Try
me.
let's go.
Yeah, just like you.
Do I have a mullet? No, I don't.
Yeah, I would not.
I don't know, never
seen
it.
Nah,
I
mullet is
had
like
one during the pandemic.
mullet is like a party in the back and like business in the front.
Yeah,
something
business
like
in
that.
the front.
Yeah. I don't have that. I just have party in the back and nothing else.
Yeah. There's like a version of that saying, but in Finnish. In Finnish we say tukka takana elämä edessä, which means hair back but your life ahead of you.
You gotta get that Aphex Twin hair, you know what I'm saying?
I'm kind of hypnotized by Sam's song right now. I have Sam's song up on the screen. This is Sam waiting stream.
Got the porno bass.
Dude, Sam,
Yeah,
can you run through your track one time for us?
yeah, sure. Why is that playing in the background?
Sounds hot.
Heck yeah. I love that. Alright, head back to Kushmatsu.
What the hell was that?
The car one.
Oh yeah.
I love the car horn.
This drop is so funny.
I love that.
Oh my god, yes.
I thought it would be so funny if it just keeps going.
Yeah, like it just goes on forever. Like 4 off the fire.
That's the entire track.
Yeah, you get a riser with your drum.
Then you call it the build.
Yeah, just keep it. Dude, if you kept that going for another like 30 seconds, it just kept going up further and further and further and further.
Yeah. Just make the little slides.
That would be awesome.
You could basically make this like an 8-minute song and just keep playing the pattern of like different stuff.
Yeah, the joke was that we just want to. I made this with like I made the demo with a friend. I finished with this version, but basically we wanted to just keep going. That was like kind of the like Right on Time from Skrillex with that, but then like rave and just endless. And I'm kind of thinking, what happens if this goes for even longer? Just
Yeah, no, like keep it going until it's like 4 octaves higher, and then do like a fake out intermission, and then just do the exact same thing, but then it's descending.
No.
Yeah, wait.
No.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, then it just.
I also
When I
got
heard
this.
that second drop, basically, when I heard the second drop, I was envisioning,
Wait.
like, Lil Big Skibidi.
Guys, someone's at my door. I don't even know.
Oh,
I didn't order anything, so I don't know what's happening. But I'll be right back.
Pizza's here.
It's all
Pizza
true
time.
now.
Oh, my pizza.
Please, God, we can take over.
I mean, hey, this is Sam waiting right now.
Welcome to the Sam Waiting stream, everyone.
Yeah,
First, we're gonna look. Whoa, that's a creepy noise.
This stream is being hosted by Sam Waiting.
Wait, I gotta ruin it by going to. Wait, where is it? Yes. All right. Sorry.
What are you doing?
Is it here? No. Where is it? I just downloaded something and I put it there. Where is it?
Reread structure, maybe?
Okay, it's a 9. It's a 9. There we go.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry. Apparently there's like friends at my door who want me to come out and like we're going to some party or something, but I'm gonna stay here.
It's already a party in here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels kind of bad.
Yeah,
I was like,
fun.
yo, I can't. I'm streaming. This is the
That's so good.
wackest thing I've ever said, dude.
Do I
Why
have the
not?
Yamaha keyboard DJ sounds? No, but I most of this is Cork or Roland. It's my way of working very quickly is to just like not. I mean, I like making stuff from scratch, but if I I don't want to, then like, what's the point? It's just gonna take so much time. And if I want to make a 90s sound, why would I take so long? But this is Spire, I think. It's like a Spire laser.
Wait, there's fire.
Play the Spire.
Play the Spire.
I love Slay the Spire. Spire. Been playing that game to death recently.
That's loud. Why is that so loud? I mean, there's a big chance that this is like Yamaha funny sound. Oh, no, that one. This one. I've had like 4 tracks where I've used this sound. It's like it's so funny. I don't know why.
Meep meep. Get off the road! Yeah, dude, that as like a pre-drop. And it's like, get off the road!
No.
LFO?
LFO car horn.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
I got places to be!
Alright. I'm gonna show off my song next, I think.
Side-chained car horn, yes. Yes.
I'm gonna swap over to my song, because I mean, feel like showing it off. Oh, I'm missing a loop. Heck. Yeah, let me replace that real quick.
We must replace this guy with another guy.
We must
This is
replace
it.
the loop with another loop.
Yeah, here we go. I'll just go through it. I'm gonna let it play. The alert sound like being pushed up and down.
Yeah. I love doing stuff like that. It just makes it very playful.
That's the track pretty much. Yep. I actually made this like really quick for a friend's show, and he's actually like playing it out tonight. Like he's playing it in the club. Pretty
That's
cool.
cool.
We're gonna get some actual IRL feedback. Yeah. So like this track also like mostly uses my own sample pack. Like all these drums are basically sample pack drum.
Hear the rumble. Goes in the jungle.
All these drums are from my pack. Yeah, I think it might be a good time to talk about the pack a bit, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. Okay, so basically, the main thing with like getting stuff done quickly in music is gotta have like the right sounds prepared. And I remember actually 2 years ago, I was trying to do a trance stream, like a stream where I make some hypertrance for all-nighter. And it basically didn't really work out just because I couldn't even get a good kick going. Like I was sitting there on the stream, you can probably watch it back, it's probably still on YouTube somewhere. But I couldn't even get a good kick going, so like I decided to just... This year I decided to like sit down, I just made a lot of kick drums to make sure that I have all the kick drums ready, and also because I saw that a lot of other people were struggling with kick drums for trance. And the next thing was like I also noticed people kind of have trouble with making shakers and top loops for trance, so I just sat down and made a lot of these, you know. And now we basically are at a point where the pack is so comprehensive, like, you know, you basically can just make a whole trance beat in like seconds or minutes. Long time at all.
So did you like start this out completely to help yourself out? Well, or was like the purpose already to make like a big sample pack?
It was kind of both.
I mean?
It was kind of like I started making kick drums, and then eventually I had a lot of kick drums, and it was like, okay, well, I want to make hats, I want to make loops and all that. And then first of all, I was just going to make a private pack for different people out of hypertrance to use, but then I realized, okay, well, this could be useful for a lot of people. So I just kept working on it and did a lot of stuff until eventually it was a big pack, and then I wanted to release it. I hit up Patch, and I hit up like Gotcho to like make a sick website for it and like, put it out. Yeah, so now that's available. I mean, we're pretty much just we can do like a little plug here, because I've been given permission to plug the pack.
Yeah.
By whom?
It was the form guys who gave me permission, luckily, so I'll just do that real quick. So, this is like a little bit too big. Show this on the screen. Oh, a live show. Can I please on this? There you go. This is our cool website that we made, and it pretty much looks like a Y2K artwork, which is really, really dope. And then if you scroll down, you know, there's all this cool stuff here. Got like 90 presets, 600 some samples, 4 MIDI, all that stuff here. Demo track. Clickable. And yeah, so basically I've been working on this for 2 months and just burning myself out with it. To a point where today I can't even really make music. Like if I try to make music today, I get stuck. So I mean, I think that's also part of creative work. You can't be 100% all the time. Like sometimes you're just gonna be kind of feeling slow, basically feeling like, you know, today is not the day. And that's okay. It's just, I guess it's unfortunate when it happens on something like All Nighter, but you know, ultimately, it's like it's not a death sentence. You know, you'll be fine. But yeah. Yeah, these are all Vital presets. Like you can pretty much use this on any like FL or Ableton or, you know, Logic or Mac or anything. So yeah, I'll just pop the link in the chat. I'm not sure if that's allowed, but
Buy the Nuphory sample pack now for only $38.99.
Yep.
Sam with the commercial sounds and everything.
Trans sold separate.
Trans sold separately. There's also like a free demo you can grab. Like there's like you can get some free stuff, and the whole idea behind the sample pack for me is just to create a time save. So why am I even plugging this? Well, the thing is, you see, like I pretty much already have everything here mixed in the way that I want it to be. Like, you know, the kick works. If I add a clap now, like the way I made these claps is that they're kind of in the background. and just add like a nice, rhythm to the whole thing. Wait, someone in chat asks if you can use the sounds for high tech. What was it? I saw something about.
Yeah, I think it was. It was Mooncake. They asked if they work for high tech.
I mean, yeah. So what I personally would do is like, depending on what speed or BPM, whatever you want to go for, you can pretty much use any of the kicks and just kind of pitch up and speed up the kick. There's a lot of different kicks here. Like they're all kind of similar, but they're all different. So like, if I put this here, you can just kind of like stretch these loops to fit because they're all synced to the same length and the same BPM and all. It's all really easy. Like now we're at 200 BPM, it still works. 140 still works, Like these samples are really versatile, and I think these can really help speed up production because instead of like having to mess around with a lot of like hi-hats and individual sounds and all that, you just have all these loops ready. And I think that's also like a big advice point for me, If you have samples that you always use, just organize them, Like for me, that's basically this pack. For other people, oh, we got a donation. Let's see who donated.
Oh, do we?
I think it's a $10 donation from Certainly.
Hello. Thank you, Certainly, for your donation.
Let's go.
Thank you, Certainly.
Yeah, let's go. Whee!
Big donation.
Loud.
Yeah, these donation alerts are like scary. Like they always catch me off guard. I'm like, what?
Don't scare.
It's like that video of the dude going around the streets and saying like, "Today, many people are afraid of technology. Technology.
Yeah.
Many people are afraid of donations. Donations."
Basically, that's what's going on here.
I'm so scared of donations.
Oh my god, guys, please don't donate anymore. We'll be
Please
so
don't donate. I
scared.
get so scared.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't put any more money into charity. Our hearts would stop.
Yeah, Julie, you're right. Like organizing your stuff is so important. Like last year, I started just making my own sample pack. Like when I'm bored, I would just make some random stuff and like organize it in a random folder. And every time I have to do something on short notice, I can just go there and it's there and it's already pre-processed and just have presets ready and stuff. So it's good that you did one for Hypertrends because, it's a lot of people that want to make that stuff.
I think the issue is also with Hypertrends, like you can't really find a lot of stuff that works.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a certain sound to Hypertrends, and if you don't know it, like I hope people can check the Vital presets and kind of get a feeling for, like how this is supposed to sound and what you should do, right? And get some new stuff going on, like some new cool music being made.
Yeah, it's like a quick way to test out ideas. Also, it's a stage, processing space.
It's just nice to have a kick goes so hard already, like this. Just like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Little to no mixing.
This is the Hypertrends EQ curve right here.
Yeah, that's the one curve you gotta use. If you use any other curve, you're doing it wrong. This is the one.
Yeah.
Honestly though, when I was making music for Hypertrends, that's like a bit of a rule of thumb I did. Like, especially with kicks, if it, if I wanted to make it sound more trance, I would just put a giant hole in the middle and boost the high mids a bit and the bass.
Yeah. That's also a thing, like, you're gonna kind of memorize some of these tricks. I feel like for every style, every genre. Like, that, I think that's the first thing. Like, you gotta even understand, like, what style of song am I trying to make? Like, what genre? Like, what are we going for?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I mean, that's with all genres as well. Do some research.
Yep.
Like, so many times you hear someone make, like, it's fine. By the way, you can make anything if you want, but, like, people can't hear if you don't know what you're doing. Probably. Or you don't know what the genre is you're making. Like, a lot of dubstep producers making drum and bass sound like...
Yeah, Yeah, I think there's kind of like a fine line between having your own take on, having your variation on it, and just kind of not understanding the assignment. You know, it's not always that, you know, you should be doing things in a completely standard way, but sometimes it's kind of like certain styles just have certain sounds, you know. And the thing with hypertrance is like you need to get that pace into the sound. Like I'm gonna, like for example, I made another older pack like Hypertrance 1, and it's not that good. Like I'm just gonna drag a random kick from the old pack. Like it's not bad, but it doesn't really like hit that hard. Like if I take any kick from here. These kicks are all tuned to fit into like the general idea of the style and the genre. So like, while you can do whatever you want, it's like if you really want to nail the sound, you know, you need a good set of samples to work, you know. That's kind of what I'll try to go for with my sample packs. I'm gonna make more than just this one, but this one definitely, if you're trying to make like hardcore or hard trance or hypertrance or basically anything, can probably help you a lot and speed up your workflow a lot.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to make trance, you know, of course, then this pack doesn't help you that much. But like, you can go out there and find different resources that are specifically for your style. So like, I really encourage that sort of thinking. Like, you know, it's like, of course, it's like it feels good to have like magical, you know, moments where it's like you don't know what you're doing, you don't know where you're going with the style, and then all of a sudden it's just whoa, it's there and it just works. But the thing is, if you're trying to be consistent and really try to like hone in like on a genre and like kind of really nail something, you know, then you're best off just being efficient and like actually preparing. And like if you're like, okay, well, I have an all-nighter coming up, for example, then you could say, okay, well, I'm just gonna preemptively, you know, sit down and like, you know, organize a lot of kick drums, organize a lot of you know, samples that I like.
Yep.
It also gives a good impression to others. There was one time where I went to a writing camp and I made like this whole beat already on the train there because I had everything ready. And when I went there, they immediately, like 5 minutes into the session, they already came inside the studio to check if I had something. And I already just had like a whole ass track. And they were just like, whoa, how did you do that in 5 minutes? Right? Like just being efficient immediately grabs attention. And also makes it so that people don't have to wait on you going like 5 minutes looking for snares.
Yeah, I think that's the worst thing. Like when you're sitting there and you just don't really have like the basic sounds that you want to use ready. That's always gonna really drag down a session.
Yeah, it's the worst feeling ever. And so boring. That's where most people quit, I think. You know, where at first they would be motivated to make like a random track, and then they're just stuck with the drums because they can't find the right snare.
Yeah.
So the
I think efficiency is not something that you just magically have or don't have. Like, it's not really a matter of practice. It's more a matter of, like, actively researching what you're trying to do and when you do it, you know, noting everything down properly. Because it's just, like, you can't remember everything. You know, that's another thing. Like, I saw a lot of people who basically said, oh, they want to make everything from scratch all the time. But it's just, that doesn't really make you good at making things, you know. Like the false assumption is like, oh, if I always design every sound from scratch, I'm going to be really good at designing sounds. But the reality is very different. It's more like you want to have everything organized and ready so that you can focus on what matters, you know, writing better songs, more interesting arrangements and all that. You know, it's not really about how cool this kick sounds or anything like that.
Yeah, I think with sound in general, character is more important than like if you made something from scratch, right? It's like a Korg M1 organ bass, the genuine one will always sound better than you remaking it in stereo, no matter how hard you try it, because there's just like so much more. Like there's a lot of character in that sound, right? It's the right sound. So why remake it? Just use it.
Exactly.
I
like
mean,
you wouldn't really sit down and remake the almond break from scratch when you're making breakcore. So yeah.
Yeah.
It would be funny though.
That would be fun.
Imagine you trying to be like it's making your selling point. No, I remade the almond break. You don't get it.
Yeah.
You don't hear a difference. It's perfect. It's perfectly aligned. You don't hear the difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's like also the way at least that I use loops is to kind of get a general idea of what I want to make, and also just kind of like to throw ideas around. I feel like that's one of the best things to do with loops. Even if you like it, and from that, the best thing is like you can just choose if you want to keep some loops, or then just like replace some stuff so that you can like put a different twist in it.
Yeah, that's how I use them. I just use them as placeholders. And,
Yeah, same.
You know, for example, in this recent track I made, I was referencing the Ghost in a Shell prior, and then I replaced it with an actual sound library and did everything myself. But that's irrelevant. Like, the point is just like developing the skill set to sort of like get you there. Like the trial and error part is essential in this. And if you don't, like, these loops just make it so much easier for you to get something going in your DAW, you know, like in 10 minutes you have an idea.
It's also just really fun to work inside of a loop and just to mess around with it, like change the pitch, do something weird with like stretching algorithms or something, to do something weird with it, then EQ and then layer it or something. I don't know.
Form and shift it, do something like chop it, yeah.
Yeah, you have a lot more freedom, at least when you try to like do something from scratch. If there's like a loop and then it's like, I like this, but I kind of want to do more. And then it's like a pretty good thing to make stuff from scratch. Also, there's someone in chat, I think it was like Super EO2, who I absolutely agree with. Being efficient when you're a beginner is like nigh impossible. Like the first time I tried to make a proper beat, I think I was looking at a tutorial that Nasco made for some YouTube channel, and it was like I was stuck for like multiple hours trying to figure out, like, he was just doing stuff like off rip, and I was like, okay, well, should I just do this exact thing? Why is he doing this? Like, and like, what does any of this mean? And also like trying to figure out what actually works together, or what things work together. That kind of I think I didn't really personally spend enough time thinking about that stuff, because I was a beginner. It was taking a lot of time, so it ended up with me kind of making tracks that were kind of all over the place. But that is a very real struggle when you're a beginner.
I think
So
one thing
sample
also
packs are like
one
a
thing
godsend.
with music is this, like, whenever people like start making music, they already just want to make like awesome songs like instantly. But it's like, it's kind of like skateboarding. Like on day one, you're supposed to just kind of like be on the skateboard and like get used to how it feels standing on the skateboard and like, you know, pushing yourself and whatever. You're not supposed to like start trying to do kickflips and whatever. Like, that's not gonna help you.
Yeah. I mean, if you think like,
absolutely.
okay, I'm a beginner, so you're not going like, yeah, I can sound design anything in my head and translate it and then resample it and stretch it. You're not going to do that, of course. So in this case, I will actually just focus. You make like 16 bar loops with a timer, and then you shouldn't be too precious about what samples you choose, because you're going to replace them later anyway. Just try to get an idea down.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also think like people always go, oh, the best exercise is to try to make something out of nothing, right? Like, oh, we make this sound out of nothing, or like make a bass out of this or that. But I kind of think that learning how to make something from something else is almost always like a better exercise or something. Like, I mean, try to make like a lead element from the aim and break or something. Try to make a bass out of a kick drum or something, or like put flute loop as your main lead. Like, see how you can mess around with that or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Or if you want to do this without resampling, just start with a sine or something like a saw, just a pure tone, and then add effects to it, I guess. This is probably 90% of my sound design, just sines.
Signs?
Yeah, just sine waves.
Oh, I thought like signs.
Yeah,
I don't
So,
even
like science or what?
Science. I use science for my music.
I
You.
use
Ah,
science.
yes. Let me
You
explain.
plebeian. Yes, you do with
This.
90% of my sound design is me starting from a sample or like a sound that I think sounds really interesting or really fun, and then trying to completely destroy it and making something new in the process. Because that just completely, for me, that adds a lot of character, because you can hear the sound just getting morphed into something else, and it sounds really unique. Like, I can, if I want to, I could just do it in Serum, or I could do it in Vital, or I could do it in Massive or something. Like, I've done that so many times, but I find this way more fun and motivating or something. And it's also, you know, like, I make very 90s inspired stuff, and, you know, people didn't have the most insane synthesizers back then, so if you want to make stuff sound like that from that era, then yeah, don't go make like growls in Serum or something.
Yeah.
I have an idea for you to try, because I know you're using Ableton. I've attempted this in FL or some other tools, but I don't have a solution yet. Like, you can probably pull it off in Bitwig or something like that, but basically, if you get the arpeggiator and you put it on the very fast rate, you put it on a swing, and say you have some chords. So basically, you just make it trigger random on every note once. So then it's like almost granular synthesis, but not really. it's something weird.
So what is the challenge here?
I mean,
Like you said, well, you know, what would be a cool challenge. Oh right, like that.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna be like, okay, make a whole track with a random arpeggiator. I was like, okay,
I mean,
all right.
You can definitely do that though.
This is the Babelton
That does
challenge.
sound cool.
Yeah, I actually have had the thought of doing like a music challenge at some point. The idea I initially had was that like you try to make a full song at least like 2 minutes or something, but every 4 bars, any samples and any like instruments you use would have to be different. So like the synth, the drums, like the cymbals, everything changes every 4 bars.
That would be very interesting to mix.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that
Sounds
would
like
be
an explorer track to me.
Yeah, or you can do the
Yeah.
opposite thing. You just make everything with one synth. You just
That
use something like React oscillator for the entire.
I mean, I would just, I already do that. I just put everything through my Roland. There you go. Done. Made a track.
Now, but you have to make the kicks and the hi-hats.
There. Bro, do you think Roland is? If you make house, do you know what Roland has made as well, and what is in every synth?
I mean, yeah.
Have you heard of the 909?
You have to synthesize it, not just like, you know.
I mean, it's in there. It's in the synth.
Ah, you
Just
have
use
to.
it.
do it.
It's a drum machine. Okay, so drum machines are not allowed. Did you hear that? It's like that's not a synth. There you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
remember one time, kind of reminds me of this, and it was like a track that I made, that I put on my EP, and I sent it to Julie, and I put like a random cymatics kick in it, I think. And the track was like the same, it was still the same idea, but I remember Julie going like, what did you do? How can you make such a good idea and then ruin it completely by this kick? What is wrong with you? It's so funny to me. It was like a big wake-up call for me. Like from that moment onwards.
It's like, do I hear a cymatics kick?
It wasn't even that. It was just that like the rest was so 90s, and then I didn't even bother to think about like putting a 909 kick in there or something, right? I didn't even. I don't know. This was really bad oversight.
Yeah. Also, Super Rio 2, I absolutely feel that. That was pretty much the entire, like, almost first year of me, like, making music. Like, you have a lot of cool ideas, you have a lot of things that you want to do, but every time you try them, it's just like, it just does not sound good. But the thing that worked for me, at least, was I just kept making stuff. Even though I thought it was like, well, this isn't too great. Oh god, this mixing is awful and this synth is so garbage. It's like, it's best to just be of the mentality that like, well, this track is pretty bad, but next time I'll have a chance to do better. And every single time you make a full track, even though it may not seem like it, you're still improving. And if you do actually want to like dive into what makes everything tick inside of like EQs and synths and everything, I recommend going into like, or looking up stuff about like music technology like that. I think that could probably help quite a bit. But I would say just try to like experiment with stuff, just make tracks, and eventually you'll start to see an improvement. And also just another good thing is to, if anyone you know knows how to make music, then they are a very good person to ask about stuff like that.
We gotta probably end it off here because like we only have 2 minutes left. So yeah, I actually ended up making a bit of a track here. You guys want to check it out? I mean, it's just a little drop, I guess.
Sure.
Like,
Press that button.
This is what it sounds like right now. So yeah, that's kind of all the efficiency and stuff in action.
Sounds
anyway,
good.
Yeah, we gotta wrap
All
up.
it's missing is the car horn.
So yeah, we gotta wrap up because next people are on. I'm not sure who's next, but yeah, next people are gonna come on in just a minute.
Yeah.
You guys have any closing statements?
Keep doing music.
Good luck. That's my
Everybody say who they are one more time so you can say bye.
I do for a sample pack for $38.99.
Yeah, you can get the sample pack if you like. I'm gonna plug it one more time and then that's it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I've been Dither Crisp and I am out.
This has been this has
Sorry,
been Sam. This has been Sam Wayden. B.
Thank you for showing up. Thank you for
coming to the stream.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And keep the donations coming. Thanks everyone. Have fun and good luck on the challenge and yeah.
Yep.
Buy
Good
the
luck,
pack.
everyone.
Buy the sample pack. Nah, okay.
What's back? $38.99.
Thanks to the forum admins for letting us do this and yeah, goodbye.
Yep. Cheers.